In an era where K-pop idols often seem larger than life, BTS's Taehyung is reminding the world that even global superstars find joy in life's quiet, grounding moments. On a chilly January evening, as the world buzzes with excitement over BTS's upcoming comeback and global tour, Kim Taehyung, known to fans simply as V, shared an unexpectedly peaceful glimpse into his offstage life that instantly captivated millions. In a candid post on his personal social media, Taehyung referred to himself with charming humility as a plant beginner, capturing a relaxed snapshot of himself tending to a large potted plant in comfortable pajamas. The photo, unpolished and refreshingly genuine, offers a rare window into the personal world of one of the most celebrated artists in contemporary music. Fans around the globe, affectionately known as ARMY, were quick to respond, flooding comments with heart emojis and lighthearted jokes about the idol's newfound green thumb. What makes this moment especially noteworthy is not just the content of the post, but its timing. BTS is currently deep in preparations for their highly anticipated fifth studio album, Arirang, set to release on March 20, 2026, marking the group's first full album in nearly 4 years. Amid the intense schedule of recordings, promotional planning, and rehearsals for the accompanying Arirang World Tour, Taehyung's affectionate focus on something as simple as nurturing a plant hit a chord with fans craving both normalcy and authenticity from their idols. Rather than staged glamour or curated choreography, this slice-of-life moment highlights a softer side of the BTS member, one balancing global superstardom with the same quiet hobbies that many people around the world take comfort in. Commentators in online fan communities quickly dubbed this period of Taehyung's life his plant era, a playful label reflecting how relatable and beloved this minor but meaningful revelation has become. For many, it underscores a larger shift in how idols connect with their audiences, not just through explosive performances and high-production visuals, but through relatable human moments that make stars feel closer, more accessible, and wonderfully real. As BTS gears up for the launch of Arirang, an album that promises to be one of the most defining releases of their career, Taehyung's gentle reminder to have a great day resonates just as strongly with fans as the countdown to the comeback itself. Beyond the warm reactions, industry watchers also noted how carefully timed the post felt, not as a calculated teaser, but as a quiet reassurance that the members are mentally grounded while preparing for one of the biggest returns in pop music. In recent months, Taehyung has spoken openly about finding comfort in simple routines when schedules become overwhelming, and the plant care moment seems to echo that philosophy. Slow down, breathe, and nurture something living while the world waits for stadium-sized spectacles. The image quickly spread across Korean portals and international fan communities, where screenshots and translations circulated at lightning speed. Some fans joked that they were now taking notes from Professor Kim Taehyung's gardening class, while others pointed out how rare it is to see such an intimate domestic snapshot from a superstar whose every stage appearance is dissected in real time. In a digital age dominated by glossy photo shoots and performance clips, the softness of the scene stood out, almost cinematic in its ordinariness. What made the moment even more powerful was how it subtly reframed the narrative around BTS's comeback period. Rather than only focusing on pressure, expectations, and chart predictions, Taehyung's post redirected attention to sustainability, emotional, physical, and creative. For longtime followers, this aligns closely with BTS's long-standing message about self-care and authenticity, themes that have woven through their music for a decade and continue to resonate as the group enters a new chapter of their career. As anticipation for the new album continues to surge, every small update from the members becomes magnified, and Taehyung's quiet evening with a houseplant somehow feels just as meaningful as a teaser poster or concept trailer. It reminds fans that behind the flawless vocals and carefully choreographed stages are 7 individuals navigating the same need for balance as everyone else, just on a much bigger stage. For ARMY, the takeaway from this moment is simple but powerful. While the countdown to BTS's next era accelerates, Taehyung is choosing to pause, water a plant, and share a fragment of calm with millions watching. And in doing so, he may have offered one of the most comforting previews yet of what lies ahead in 2026. Artists returning not only with new music, but with steady hearts and quietly growing roots. The timing of Taehyung's post has also fueled subtle curiosity among fans who are scanning every detail for clues about the group's creative direction. Even though the image itself carried no obvious spoilers, some eagle-eyed followers speculated about the music quietly taking shape behind the scenes, wondering whether the calm, earthy mood reflected the emotional palette of BTS's upcoming work. With Arirang already positioned as a symbol of heritage, resilience, and renewal, the symbolism of nurturing something alive did not go unnoticed within fan discussions. Entertainment analysts pointed out that these seemingly casual moments often play a powerful role in sustaining fan engagement during long pre-comeback periods. Instead of disappearing from public view while preparing new material, Taehyung's gentle update keeps the emotional connection intact, reinforcing why BTS's relationship with their audience has remained unusually strong for more than a decade. In a market where hype cycles can feel mechanical, authenticity continues to be the group's most valuable currency. Korean media outlets soon followed with articles highlighting Taehyung's post, framing it as a refreshing contrast to the high-octane anticipation surrounding the upcoming world tour. Headlines focused on his relaxed expression, his cozy outfit, and the almost therapeutic quality of the scene, a reminder that rest and reflection are part of the creative process, not an escape from it. For casual readers, the story humanized a figure often associated with sold-out arenas and luxury campaigns. For longtime fans, it felt like a familiar extension of the thoughtful artist they have watched grow over the years. As January draws to a close, the sense of momentum around BTS only continues to build. Teaser schedules are expected to roll out in the coming weeks, rehearsals are rumored to intensify, and global media attention is already shifting toward what many are calling the group's most significant era since their military service hiatus. Against that backdrop, Taehyung's small act of tending to a plant becomes oddly symbolic, a quiet ritual before the storm, a moment of stillness before the roar of stadium crowds returns. In the end, this episode may not reveal a track list or choreography, but it reveals something just as compelling, an artist choosing calm in the middle of anticipation. And for millions waiting for BTS's next move, that calm feels contagious, a soft promise that the music being prepared is rooted not just in ambition, but in patience, care, and a genuine love for the journey ahead. Some fans even began recreating the moment in their own homes, posting photos of themselves watering houseplants or starting small herb gardens while tagging Taehyung's name, a lighthearted trend that quickly spread across platforms. What started as a single peaceful image evolved into a mini movement of sorts, with ARMY around the world turning the quiet gesture into a shared ritual during the long wait for BTS's return. In an industry where promotional campaigns are often loud and flashy, this organic wave of imitation felt unusually sincere. Cultural commentators have noted how Taehyung's public image has matured over the years, shifting naturally between charismatic performer and introspective artist. His solo projects previously revealed a fondness for jazz-tinged melodies and contemplative moods, and moments like this only reinforce that reputation. The plant care post, modest as it was, seemed to echo that same artistic temperament, someone who values atmosphere, patience, and slow-burn creativity just as much as explosive choruses. Meanwhile, inside HYBE's headquarters, preparations for BTS's comeback are reportedly moving at full speed. Producers, choreographers, and creative directors are said to be polishing the final details, while the members alternate between recording studios and rehearsal rooms. Though Taehyung himself offered no direct commentary on these schedules, the implication was clear. Even amid relentless preparation, he is carving out pockets of tranquility to recharge. As international media outlets continue to track every BTS development, stories like this provide a softer counterbalance to headline-grabbing announcements about ticket demand and chart projections. They remind audiences that global pop phenomena are sustained not only by spectacle, but by small, human moments that keep both artists and fans emotionally anchored. For many readers, that is precisely why the image resonated so deeply. In a world racing toward the next viral clip or explosive reveal, Taehyung paused long enough to share something gentle. And as the countdown to BTS's new era grows shorter by the day, that gentleness feels less like a footnote and more like a quiet signature of the chapter about to unfold.